viola lesson, just tuning up and getting started. So hopefully I can give you some useful information today. So if you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up or, write something. And if you can see me, then I want you to also give a little comment so that I know my feed is being received. I'm just gonna tune here, the A for my tuner. Great, I'm so glad you can hear me on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna tune with the bow. Where's my nice bow? Let me grab that. I didn't find out until about 15 years into playing that a nice bow is actually a game changer. You ever buy like a really nice soft shirt and you were like, why didn't I ever know about this before? That was me, because I was poor growing up. And when I got my first really soft, nice shirt, I was like, oh, this is why these brands are so popular. Okay, here's my A. That's how it is with the bow. So it's really, oh no. Okay. All right, got it on the website thing. Thanks for that feedback. I'll have to fix that later, I think. But now, to anyone else who's wondering about tuning, I just realized the wrong title is on this video. That is a bummer. Look at this. Look at that string. We'll get to that. So basically, if it's really, really loose like that, just give it a little bit of a tightening on the peg just to get it not loose, because then when you tune the other strings, you want the tension to be held pretty evenly across the strings on the bridge. So you don't want any of them to be extremely loose. Oh, it shows video unavailable where? Facebook user. So on my comment feed, it doesn't give me details about Facebook user unless a really specific setting is present. So I don't actually know who you are. It's okay, but I don't, just so you know. All right, so yes, where is the video unavailable? I would love to know that. Okay, so here we go, continuing tuning. A, always start on A. Here you got your, no, I'm tuning by ear. I have to use my peg because my fine tuner is all used up. And then now, obviously it was too high, so now I can use my fine tuner to go lefty-loosey and make it lower. Left, lower. My note. You could also tune to a piano. Okay. Now, you know how when you know a song, you know what the next note's going to be, even if someone turns it off. So I already know what D sounds like, and I'm going to play that now. D. So I'm actually going to play A and D. Sounds good. D and G. I'll go more into this later. Now, since we're doing a viola lesson, I'm going to tune my C string. Oh, that's high. Wait, what is it? It's low. Right, that makes sense. It's always going to be low, guys. That was very high. Both. Too high. That's good, right? Okay, and now on the off chance, if Catherine is watching, I did email you the new Zoom link. So if you're having trouble getting on, send me a message because I am indeed ready for you. So check your email, Catherine, and you'll see the new Zoom link that I have up there. If you can't find it, shoot me a quick email. All right, so am I stalling? Absolutely. Get my A again, though. Oops. E sounds weird because on this 5-string violin, I actually had octave strings on. Octave strings are super cool. They are 1 octave lower than regular strings. So I still have the octave E on because I had to change it really quick for a viola lesson back to regular strings, and I did not change the E yet. So I thought it might sound kind of cool to be like, you know, what does this sound like? Like, I don't know. I thought maybe in a certain context it might be cool, like maybe double stops. Wait, that sounded weird. So it should sound like this E. That's very low. Okay, let's see this E again. Oh no! Oh god, I got my bow. I'm so clumsy. Should sound like that E. Sorry, my brain's messed up. A, E, A, E. Oh, they're the same. So it has to be a lot higher. Wow, that's confusing going with that 1 octave string on. What did I get myself into? It's way too high. Now I feel like a new student. I'm a new student on a new instrument, basically. Guys, I gotta shoot a quick email to Catherine to make sure she knows where to go. So if one of you will just provide hold music for me. Oh wait, that doesn't work with the live stream, does it? Let's see, what can I tell you about in the meantime? I would like you to think about what would you like to learn about and write it in the chat box. I'll give you exactly 30 seconds to do that. So oh, there we go. She's here. Yay. Hello. Nice to see you. Okay, so I need one more piece of feedback from anyone who's watching if they can see Catherine.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good, I'm doing good. Sorry?
Is it just me today or there's other people?
It's just you. So the whole idea behind this is that I can give you a lesson while I stream it and it can help other people at the same time.
Okay.
Yes, so we're going to see if that works. Can you see Catherine? All right, so in the meantime, can you tell me, I wanted to know, do you have any, okay, can't see Catherine. So let me just see if I can think of a way to do.
I just got this violin. This machine.
Oh, okay, it looks like you need a bridge. Let me.
3 weeks ago, I ordered it.
Yes, so,
wait,
let me do one thing quickly and see if this is going to work yet. Okay, so got that. All right, so now I want to say, can you hear us? Okay, so show me your instrument again.
Okay.
Okay, so that is an instrument without a bridge. So you see,
I actually have the bridge. I didn't put it yet.
Yeah, so it should look like that. Okay, so I'm gonna help you to get it set up. This can be a really common, problem. Is that you get some? So it should have been set up when it got sent to you. So what I want you to do is I want you to show me the bridge again. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so now I want you to notice that one side is sloped down a little more. Okay, that's the side that's gonna go. So if you're looking at your instrument like this, the slopey side is gonna go on the right side. Okay. And what I mean by that is, okay, so here's another way to think about it. If you were holding the instrument up like this, the slopey side, yeah, it's still the right side.
Okay.
Yeah, so get ready for that. Okay. Now, So I've never directed anyone online to put a bridge on. So this is going to be...
But it's a little difficult.
Okay, so I'm going to walk you through it step by step, okay? And if we meet our goal today, the goal is to get that bridge on because that's going to be a piece of work. Here we go. So
I want to apply it. I'm not too sure how to do it.
Yes. So first I want to tell you a couple words because if you don't know what the words are, then you'll have no idea what to do, right? So first let me tell you.
Let me write it down too because I have my notebook.
Okay. Actually, you know what? This video is being recorded, so you can watch it after.
Okay.
Yeah, so that should be good. All right, so I'm going to go through all the basic words in case we need those. It's not a lot, though, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this big main part is called the body. Okay. This part is called the neck. Okay. This part is called the scroll.
Sure.
Good.
Okay.
And then we have 4 pegs. Okay, so we've got pegs. We have body, neck, scroll. We got 4 pegs. And then you have 4 strings. And then you have this big, long, black piece, right? And that's called the fingerboard because you put your fingers there. Okay, good.
Okay.
Now, if you follow the strings, they go over this bridge, or at least they're supposed to if you have a bridge, which you should, which we'll get on in a second.
I don't know how to.
I know, I'm going to show you how. All right, but I'm just giving you the layout. Okay, so then the strings go over a bridge because the bridge holds it up so that you can change the length of the string depending on where your finger is going to be.
Okay.
Now, on the other end of the string, so one was it goes inside a little hole in the peg, right? It gets tightened. And on the other side, it goes onto these little turners, and these are called fine tuners. Okay? So do you know what tuning is? Have you played an instrument before?
No, that's not good.
Okay. So tuning is when you make the instrument sound right. It's supposed to sound a certain way before you start playing on it so that it sounds as expected, okay? So there are some instruments that never have to be tuned, like a keyboard, an electric keyboard. I don't know about every instrument, but I can tell you that all string instruments always have to be tuned every single time you play before you pick it up, and sometimes even in the middle. So these make big changes in tuning, and these make little changes in tuning. So we're probably not going to even get to these today, but we are going to use these pegs a lot. Now, just to clear up any confusion, I have 5 pegs because I have a very special instrument. It's called the 5-string violin, but it allows me to play viola notes. So just ignore that this peg and the string even exist. Okay. So what we have to do, and by the way, for your pegs, when you turn it towards you, you're making the string lower or looser. So let's practice that. So grab the peg on the right.
Okay.
Sorry, something just fell off my instrument. And I want you to turn it backwards so that you're going in this direction. I don't know whether to call it clockwise or counterclockwise. Yes, that direction. Okay. Good. Now you've loosened the string successfully. Is it floppy? Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I need to put it back. Yeah.
Actually, leave it like that. Leave it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're going to need that space to put the bridge in. Yeah. Okay, so now I want you to grab the other peg above it and do the same thing. Make it a little bit loose by turning it back. Yeah, good. Okay, now I want you to go like this. Where the strings go, where the bridge goes, I want you to slide your finger under and lift up and show me what that looks like. Oh, I see. So only those are loose. Okay. Yeah. So now go to the left side where the pegs are, and I want you to loosen those 2 pegs also.
Okay, I see. That's why I didn't go.
Yes, you need room for it.
I see.
You got both of them? Okay, and then do that other one.
I just turned it twice.
That's okay. We'll start with that. Okay, so now personally, this is a good start. I don't think there's enough room for the bridge to go there, but I want to show you how that would work. So I want you to grab your bridge, and then I want you to put it. Let's see, how can I get into? Sorry. So I'm gonna do the same thing you're doing. Okay.
Mhm.
So I have my bridge. The slopey side is on the right. Now I'm gonna put it under the strings like this. Slide it under.
Okay, that way.
I'm gonna go really close. Okay, slide it under, and then now don't force it because I'm pretty sure that the strings are not loose enough. But I want you to show what's gonna happen. I want to show you what's gonna happen. So you're gonna slide it and see what happens if you try to go like that. Oh, okay. Oh, let me orient you to the bridge. So on the bottom, these are the feet, and that's what touches the body. So it's gonna go like this. So slopey side on the right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a really big bridge. Okay. It's okay though. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take the bridge. I'll walk you through it step by step. Here, hold the violin in your left hand like this. Oh, sorry, it's not a violin, it's a viola. Hold the viola in your hand. Good. Now I want you to face the strings towards you. Good. Now you got the bridge in your right hand. I want you to hold it on the slopey side on the right. So hold it here on the side of it. So instead of from on top, hold it from the side.
Okay.
Oh, but take your fingers, and instead of holding it here from the top, I want you to hold it on the right actual side of it. Yes, good. Okay, now you're gonna slide that under and just make it look like this for now, like flat. And oops. And then I want you to actually go under the strings like this.
Oh, okay.
Yep, good, good. Now I want you to touch the feet to the body. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna angle the feet down to touch the body a little bit. Yes, like that. Okay, good. Now, what happens if you try to stand the feet up on the body? Is it there enough room or no?
Yeah, there's enough room.
Meaning, like, can you get the bridge to go vertical like this, or no?
Yeah, I can.
You sure? Like, can you do this?
A little bit, no.
Yeah. So I think the strings need to be a little bit looser. But now you know what we're going for. So I want you to go through and loosen them a little bit more, just a little though.
Okay. They're gonna be really loose.
Yeah, I mean, if they're too loose, it's not going to work either. Okay, good. So, yep, that should work. Okay, so what you're going to do, you see, these are called F holes. They have notches in the center. So that's your guiding line. So pretend there's a line across like that, and that's where the feet of your bridge is actually going to go.
Okay.
So there might be like, I'm going to go really close. There might be, see that little divot that's like as tiny as square? It's really hard to see, like right there, those two little mark. You may or may not have something where the bridge used to be. If it's never been placed, you won't have it. But there's a chance you have a tiny little marking. Okay, if not, that's okay. It is going to be a little slippery though. All right, so I want you to do the same thing. So you're going to take the slopey side, hold the bridge from the side, good. Slide it under. I'll go really slow so you can really see it. Good, and then make sure all 4 strings are going to be touching the bridge.
Okay.
Oh, so here, come out again. So let's start it with flat. So make sure that these holes in the middle of the bridge remain untouched by anything.
Okay.
So the only thing that happens, and let me just put it in really quick to show you, is the only thing that's going to touch the bridge is the feet will touch the body of the viola, and the strings, the top part of the bridge, the strings will go on top. So nothing touches the stuff in between, the pretty stuff.
Oh, nothing touching between. Okay, that's what they go through.
No, it's just it's a complicated way to make the instrument sound really good. But yeah, only the top has strings touching and the bottom has the body touching. So let's try it again. And then before you start, let's do this. Make sure all 4 of your strings are actually resting on the fingerboard. Yeah, good. That's a good start. You have to start like that. Yeah, good. Okay, and then take your bridge again, sloping side on the right. Come under. And then make sure it's all 4 strings are good. So go all the way, yeah, like that. And then I want you to tilt the feet down to touch the instrument. Okay, now you have to kind of grip on it.
Oh, like that.
Yep. Ah, there you go. You're getting there. Yes, first step.
So it just sits like that. That's number 2.
Yes, it does. Show me. Okay, that's a perfect start. Now it's going to take some working around, but we're going to get it to stay there, okay?
Okay.
So your next step is very, very, very carefully give a little bit of tension on the bottom left peg. Just enough to hold the bridge, because if you go too tight, it's going to move the bridge. You don't want that. So a little bit of tension and then stop. Okay, and then do the same thing with the top left one. A little bit of tension. Okay, and then go to the right pegs and do the same thing. A little bit of tension, a little bit of tension. Okay? The good thing is that your strings are in the peg. That's a plus.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me see the bridge again.
Oh wow, the same. It's same.
Yes, so we're getting there. Okay. Now I want you to make an adjustment. Currently, your bridge is here, but I want you to focus on those little notches again on the F holes, right? So your bridge is currently really low.
Okay, so it should go lower?
No, it should go high. Well, it depends what you consider high or lower, but what I want you to bring it to where those notches are. So you're going to come up this way. Getting closer. Yes, that's closer. Keep going. So you want to put the feet right where the notches are.
That is that little.
So a little higher. So keep the bridge vertical up and down. Right, make sure it doesn't tilt over. Okay. Yes, much better. There you go. Getting there. Okay. Now I want you to do the same. We're going to do another round. So a little bit tighter on each peg. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. They should still be pretty loose. A little bit. Okay. Cool. Are the strings a little bit tighter?
Yes.
Good.
I need to do the light a little bit more.
Say again? Okay, now I'm going to teach you something about the pegs that's going to help finish this process. So this part over here, this area between the scroll and the neck is called the peg box. And the thing about the peg box, so we have these 4 pegs. And if you look at the peg, you'll notice that the peg is tapered. So it's wider here and it gets narrower as you go that way. So when you turn the peg, if you only go in this direction, there's a good chance it'll on its own, it'll slip back. Like I'm gonna do what I opposite would do. So if you only go up, it'll probably, oh, it didn't do it that time. It'll probably fall like that. Like you don't want this. And the way to prevent that, oh gosh, messed up my own string. The way to prevent that is you have to go in to the middle of the peg box as you're going up. I always say squish it in. So you're going in and up. So let me see what you're doing so I can make sure that you're doing it correctly on the pegs. So what you're going to do is grab, so actually do me a favor and take your thumb and just go like that on the thickest string. Okay, good. They're very loose. Okay. So you're going to take the bottom left peg. Okay, and I want you to turn it up, but I also want you to push it in at the same exact time. So up and in. Like you press, like you're mostly pressing in. Okay, and then let me hear that. Let me hear it. Oh, sorry. So take your thumb, and this is called plucking. Okay, good. Now do the same thing. Do it again. So you're pushing mostly in, but also a little bit up. So in and then a little up. Oh, what was that? Oh, your bridge fell. Okay, so see if it'll fit under. If it's, don't force it. If it's not going to fit, make them all a little bit looser again.
Okay. Yes, that's why we will go down for.
Okay, and then to anyone that's watching, if you have any questions, please let me know because she's got to go through a little process here. Any questions on setting up and tuning or anything for the future I can talk about? Okay, so you got to get your bridge back in. Okay. Got all the 4 strings on top. Okay. Good. Okay, that's looking really good. Okay. One thing is try to make sure that the bridge is straight, so you want it to be parallel to the end of the fingerboard. Good. Okay, so let's try again on the peg. Remember, I'm going to do it backwards. So meaning I'm going to show you like this. So you're going to push it in. See how hard I'm pushing right now? See how the tension on my fingers? I'm pushing in and also a little bit up. Oh, let me show you how to hold it while doing that. So you're going to take your instrument. You're sitting down, right? That's good. So you're going to put it in your lap, and you're going to, let's pretend this is where my legs are. So you're going to push it into your lap. What?
Right side, I'm turning.
Oh, wrong way.
The other way?
Yeah, face the string towards you. See, I knew, that's why I didn't want to demonstrate that way. Okay, so you're going to press the violin into your lap.
Mm-hmm.
So face the string towards you. Good. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Now, take your left hand, and I want you to grab the bottom left peg, okay? And then I want you to go like this. So you're going in mostly, but also a little forward.
Okay.
Try that. In mostly, and also a little bit forward. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. And now let me hear that. Pluck that string. This is the C string, by the way. Okay, good. So do it again. In mostly, and also a little bit up, and then pluck it. Oh, wrong way, and that's making it looser. So forward is going to make it tighter, and that's what we want. Forward is tighter. Yes. But, yeah, just a little bit. Okay, good. So now keep going tighter. Okay, so forward, so you're going to go in and up. Let me hear it. Give it a pluck. Okay, good. So now I want you to do the same thing on each of the strings just to keep the tension. A little bit up, a little bit up. This is so that the bridge has more even pressure on it as you're setting up the bridge. If you're just joining us, we're setting up a bridge, getting the strings ready. So we're basically going to tune it. Or get it close. Okay, good. Now let's go back to this string. So on your viola, this was a C string, this low, thick one. And I want you to grab it again, and I want you to go up. You got to push it in to the middle of the peg box and forward. And then let me hear the results. Just let me hear just the C string. So just that big low one, bottom left peg.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, okay. Just give it a pluck. Okay, make it tighter. Make sure that you're pushing it in, because otherwise the peg will slip. Is it making a sound?
It's making a sound. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, yes, that's pretty good, actually. Go a little bit higher. Higher means forward, higher on pitch.
I don't want it to pop because of the bridge.
I know. Well, actually, this is a good time to check the bridge. So make sure it's still straight. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, as long as the feet are solidly down. There should be no space between the feet and the body. That's the goal.
Yeah, I think it's a little...
It looks good. No, if it's vertical, it's good. And now, yeah, of course, make sure the strings are actually on top of the bridge, yeah. Okay, that's a good sound. Now you need to go a little higher. So a little bit higher. So you're going to go forward, but mostly in to make it stick. Because on these cheap instruments, it won't stick unless you press it in. Okay. Oh, that's a really loose string, huh? Okay, so let me hear the C string again. We're just working on the C string right now, which is the low, low, low one, the thick one.
The low one on the right. Okay, so...
Okay. Yeah, so you have to make it tighter. So the thing is, I think your peg is not sticking. And the reason why it's not sticking is because you're not shoving it into the middle of the peg block. So you have to go that way. And you can't only go that way. It's like a screw. You have to turn it and go in at the exact same time. Honestly, I would say 80% of the effort of turning the peg is going in towards the middle of the peg box, and 20% of it is going forward.
I don't think you can turn anymore.
It can turn more. It can. Let me hear the C. Let me hear it. Yeah, it's still too low. You have to go higher. You have to conquer the fear and make it tighter. I know it's scary because it's a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension on the bridge, really.
Yeah.
Can we hear it? Okay, so it's getting looser. So what that means is the peg is slipping. So watch, I want to show you something. If I don't push it in, watch what happens to the string. Actually, you can watch this on the peg. It's gonna fall, sorry. It's gonna, wait. Yeah, actually, if you look really close inside, so this is what you don't want. So if you look at the thread, right now, you're gonna see it, hold on, I'm not done. You're gonna see if I let go without pushing in, it's gonna fall. See, this is me not pushing in, and that's why you think it can't go higher. The truth is you have to go in and up. And in is the most important motion, this way. You can't get a hammer and push it in, but you can do it while you're turning it up. But you can't only go up, because if you only go up, the string will break.
No.
So you know how when you have a screwdriver and a screw, you can't only turn it, you have to push in to the wood, right? So it's the same thing. Now the other thing is you have to have a counter pressure. So this is why I had you brace it against your body. So bracing it this way. And then when you're pushing it, my right hand is pushing against. So my left hand is going like this, and my right hand is going like this. So they can push against each other.
Oh, you're trying to push it in through the hole?
Correct.
Yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I see.
But you have to do it while you're turning, or else it won't go.
I don't see it going through. I'm afraid to go any further. I'm going to
Well, let me hear the string. It's too loose, so it's not going to pop.
Okay.
Just go a little bit up. You're going to take baby steps.
Maybe it should be on here. Do you think it should be on the line?
Oh, yes, that's true. So there are some notches, and they should definitely, here, I'll loosen this one. So this notch, the string should definitely be on there.
On the lining, maybe that's why it's not.
It should be on there, yes. And then if you have a notch on the peg, the bridge, which I really hope you do, it should be on there. So like my bridge has a divot. Do you have divots on your bridge?
Yes.
Okay, no, you see these little notches here? Do you have notches on the top of your bridge?
Notches? No.
Okay, so that's because it's a very beginner instrument, and a bridge should have them on there, but you can get away with it not having it for now. So,
I'm going to try this. Let me see.
yep. Remember, in and up. So I'm going to hold it weirdly. In and up. In and up. Like an exercise. In and up. So I'm seeing you turn the peg a lot. I'm not sure. Did it like loosen all the way or something?
No, it got tighter.
Okay, let me hear it. Okay, it needs to be tighter than that. That's a very loose string. Oh, actually, in fact, they all are pretty loose. Can you all give them a little bit of tightening? So remember, you're gonna squish it in. I'm just loosening it to show you. So squish it in, a little bit.
Yeah, that's how far I can go. I squish those two sides of the.
Well, see,
left
I
foot.
know that they can go more because the strings are flopping around, so they're way too loose. So I can see that they're far from tight enough.
This one seems tight enough.
It's not. It's not. It's too loose. It has to be about twice as tight at least. Like, check out the tension on a tuned instrument. Check it out. Ready? Loose and floppy is a step to get there. I mean, the strings are there. They're on the bridge, but definitely not tight enough.
Okay, I see the difference. I don't know why you're not.
Stop this. Nah, this is not thing.
Getting there. Getting there. Can you go through it?
Second one here.
Yeah, that's getting there for sure. Okay, so now I want you to go through and tighten all of them because they're all still too loose.
Yes.
But it looks like you're getting the hang of it. And you see how you have to go both in and up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not sure.
Getting
Okay,
there?
I got one of them.
Okay, so if you want, you can show me each string. Pluck each string. Yeah, make those tighter. But you gotta squish it in or else it's not gonna stay.
Oh, so that can't go like that.
It's like if you press a nail on a piece of wood, it's not gonna stay there, right? You gotta use force. You gotta push it in.
That's the one on the
Yeah, it has to be, it's actually, I just heard it falling. So let me do a demonstration so you can understand it a little bit better. So, wait, hold on, don't do anything yet because I really want to show you, otherwise you're just gonna keep trying the same thing and it's not gonna work. So let me grab two objects and show you how this would work. Okay, so here's, actually this is tapered, so this should be a peg. Hold on, let me think for a second. All right, so, okay, so now you see I have two objects. This is gonna be the peg and this is the peg hole. Now, if I only go like this, it's never gonna stay. If I just go in this direction, always, it's never gonna stay. If I push it in theory, if I push it in, it would stay. I mean, this isn't made for that, but that's the idea. It has to go in. Additionally, I'm gonna show you something really, really weird that I thought of yesterday to describe this. So, wait, let me see if this works. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, let me show you something else, see if I can clarify. So, okay, here is the peg hole. Yes, this is gonna work. Okay, here's the peg hole. Here's the peg. Okay, so turning it only this way, it's not gonna do anything, it's just gonna fall back. Especially because as you tighten the string gets tighter and there's added tension. So when you do that, of course the string is gonna pull it back unless you make the peg stick. And you're not gonna throw glue in there. All you're gonna do is you're gonna push it in and then it'll stick. Because if you can't only go like this, it doesn't work that way. So you have to turn it and push it in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I'll get the book too. Not the book. Thanks. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I hear progress. That sound of the wood frictioning against itself, that's what you need to hear.
Yeah, you're right. That's the sound pushing against the
Yes.
bridge.
Actually, it was a peg box, probably, but I guess it could be other sounds. Okay, now if you want, you can give me a progress report by plucking those strings, telling me how they sound, because I'll know how tight it is based off of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're still in the clear. Yeah.
Let me try to do the left side. These two right here.
Now, if it's too tight, if it won't budge, let me know. I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
You're being pretty gentle with it, but the truth is it's not going to stick if you do that. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you do this. I'm going to go backwards. I'm seeing you go very gently, very gingerly turning it, but it's never going to stay. You have to use force and shove it in.
Let me start it over.
Don't start over. Don't start over. Because the string could come out of the peg.
I'm trying to push it in as I turn it forward.
Exactly. That's where most of the energy is pushing it inward. But you can't only. What? Oh, I made some progress. Yay. Actually, you know what? That just so happens to be perfect.
Okay.
That string is perfect. Okay. Now we're going to do, we did this string, which is awesome. Now we're going to do this string. That's not the sound. The sound is actually going to be this. What's the sound? Okay. So let me hear what that second one sounds like. Okay. Make it tighter. You're right to be cautious about not wanting to break the string, but, you know, you can't be too cautious so that it doesn't even move. All right, good. Tighter. So you're going to go up more, up, and in. And it will sound like this. This is the sound you'll get. Let me hear it. Let me hear that second string.
Yes.
Oh, almost there. Actually, you're really close. Just go a little higher. Okay, let's leave it like that.
Okay.
Next, and by the way, I just want to double check. You're 100% sure it's a viola, right? Not a violin?
Yes, it's a viola.
Okay, just want to check. Okay, so next is going to be the third for viola. The third string is D. So let me hear what that sounds like right now. Let me hear that D string.
Yeah, it's still loose.
Yep, yeah, good observation. So now you're going to tighten it. That's the sound we're going to go for. It's slipping, so squish it back in. Tighter. On the string for viola. Good. A little bit higher. A little higher. One more tiny, tiny motion upwards on the peg.
I think that's how tight it can go. No.
Actually, it can go a little tighter. I know it's scary. I know it's scary. But the thing is, these strings were made for this tension, so they really can go to the right tension. Let me hear the D. Almost there. Is it slipping? So,
Get up.
it's falling. You heard how it just fell? Actually, it's okay. It kind of landed in the right place ultimately, so it's fine. Okay, last string. Doesn't mean we're done, but last string, A, sounds like this. Last string on the viola is A. Yep, make that tighter.
Fast.
As I'm tightening it, you can hear the sound.
Yeah, that's good sound. Okay. It's falling, yeah, so you guys squish it in. The beginner instruments are really notorious for that. So there's only one, actually there's a couple ways to conquer it. If it really was always slipping, I'm gonna give you a little tip. You could take your rosin and you could put it on your peg and make it stick. But first try it the regular way, which is to push it in. That's actually pretty close. Believe it or not, it has to go a little tighter. A little tighter. See what that sounds like. That's the sound we're going for. So close, so close. One more notch up. You'll probably be there. It's a little lower than my A. It's the same, higher.
I don't think so.
I know it's scary.
Here we go.
I know. But if you make just a tiny motion, you'll be fine. Because you're not at the right tension for the string yet. So think about it. If it's just a tiny little motion up, it should be fine. As long as you don't surpass the tension of the note it's supposed to be. I think it's too low. I was thinking, was it slipping? Anyway, it's a little bit too low still. One more notch up. You got this. If you want, what you can do is loosen it a little to get a running start and then go up from there.
Okay.
But just don't let go of the peg in the process. Not a lot. Just no. Just a tiny bit, just to give you a running start. Okay, let's check on it because that's a lot of turning. Let's hear what they. Okay, go higher. That's our sound we want. A. Oh, let me hear that again. That seemed like that might have been really close. Oh, no, higher. I misheard it. I think it was an echo on mine. I know the highest string is always the scariest. Where are you calling in from anyway?
Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn, you're right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you now?
I'm in Manhattan. I'm in Midtown West.
Because I don't know if they have in person. That's why I was.
Yes. Not yet. Yeah, the rates here not great still. So let me hear that A. Okay, higher. As long as you're pushing it in while you're going a little up, the string should be fine. Higher? I think it's slipping right now. So push it in as you go up. Hard. Push it in hard. Hard as you can. Did it fall off? Did it fall off the bridge?
Yeah.
The bridge fall?
This came out.
Let me see both ends.
The A came out. The piece.
Let me see the total end, the other end. It's broken. Yeah. Do you have a spare set?
If I what?
Do you have a spare set of strings?
I don't know. That's why I didn't want to keep going because I feel like it's gonna fall.
Well, it's all about getting that sweet spot because if it's too low, you can't play on it. So it had to be tighter. So is there a little bit of metal left inside the peg, like because it's broken?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have to get that out. And then if I were you, I would check your case. And with these cheap instruments, they usually give you another set of strings. So I think you probably have another set. And then you're going to grab an A from there. Welcome to the world of string instruments.
That happens often?
It happens all the time, especially with the highest pitch strings, yeah.
It does that? Yeah.
So go check your case and see if they gave you a spare set.
I know that would happen, but
What? Only if the tension's too much. It's a risky business, you know? The string world is risky in that regard.
I don't think they give me spare string.
So check in the pocket on the outside or anywhere inside. Any luck on finding those strings?
No.
So the pocket on the outside of the case is empty. And then also, so there's a pocket with like a flap inside the case where the rosin goes, and it might be in there. I've seen it in there a lot. So then you can replace that A string network. But honestly, I don't know that we can do that today because that might take a while too. But I do want to see if you have it, just to find out.
I don't have it.
You don't have it? Anything?
No.
Okay, so you should order some string. Wait, what brand is that?
That's I don't know the name. I have to check. Let me see.
Okay, well, if you don't have them, you don't have them. Nothing we can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send you an Amazon link right now. For do you want cheap strings or do you want to like spend money on it? Really? Okay, we'll give midway. So I'm going to give you this there's a brand of strings that I recommend for beginners. This sounds pretty good. They're called Ascente. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give you the link for the Viola. So Viola string set. They sound good. And there we go. So here's the link.
See, that's the one on the left side.
All right, I'm going to put it in the chat. So just grab it. And I'll try to put this link in the published video as well. Okay. So we can't really work with the A string right now, but your bridge is set up, which is good. It did take a little while to get that set up, but that is done, which is nice. And because you have 3 strings out of 4 on, your bridge can stay. Can you play with 3 strings only on a violin, a viola? Viola?
Yeah, I can try.
You can. Yeah, so I was going to say you can. So there's a lot more to learn. You're welcome to schedule another one of these, and we'll get that other string on. Okay?
Is it? Like, how would I put it? Is it hard to do?
So what you're going to do, I mean, you can't use that string because it's not long enough anymore because it's broken. But what you're going to do is you're going to put the ball end in this side. So there's a ball. It goes in the little divot, hooks in.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take the straight end that has a thread on it, and you're going to push it through the hole. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to turn it forward, just like you're tightening a string. And I mean, that's basically it. You know, you learned like 75% of how to do it because you started off with your strings completely loose. So you do actually know, you're pretty far in knowing how to put a string in. The only difference is you have to put the string through the hole in the peg and then turn it and make sure it's not on top of another string. But we can do that in another lesson if you like. However, we've run 45 minutes over, so I think I'm going to call it there. We made good progress on getting the bridge. That's it. Do you have any questions on what we did so far?
No, so far so good. So I know the names of each parts.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And I see how to tighten the string.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's huge.
I didn't know those things.
Yeah. So in terms of the fiddle class that you had scheduled, I saw that you did that. I don't think you'll have enough information by then to play, but if you want to come and listen, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. I have to run, but it was great meeting you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay, bye.